say, last problem we're doing today is going to be a short video. All right? We're going to be multiplying matrix A times matrix B. We'll call this matrix A. We'll call that matrix B. What are the dimensions of matrix A? 3 by 2. Matrix B? 2 by 2, which means we are allowed to multiply these matrices together because this number of columns matches this number of rows, and our final resulting matrix will simply be a 3 by 2, which means it's going to look like this. It's going to look like with A, B, C, D, E, N. That's what it's going to look like. You're going to have an answer for each one of those letters there. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to highlight each one of these right here in a different color. I want you to see the pattern as you build this. Okay? Choosing 5 different colors to use, so hopefully by the end of it you will actually see the pattern of how it works. So many colors, I know. So knowing that it's going to be a 3 by 2, I'm going to make this kind of this way long. Now, we're going to take a -4, and we're going to take the -4 and multiply it to the 3. And we're going to add the +4 and multiply it to the 0. So the first number times the first number plus the second number times the second number. And you're done with that first row with this column. Now we're going to do the what? The first row times the second column. Okay? So now we're going to start with -4, and we're going to multiply that by -3 plus 4 times 2. And that's as far out as I'm going to go. All right? So once again, I did -4 times a -3 plus a 4 times a 2. So now I've done the first row times the first column, and I've done the first row times the second column. That's as far as I can go with the first row. Now I got to go to the second row. So now I'm going to do -2. So this row, we're going to multiply this second row times the first column, then the second row times the second column. So -2 times 3 plus 1 times 0. Now that I multiplied the second row times the first column, now I have to take the second row and multiply it to the second column. So what do I start with again? I start with a -2. What do I multiply it to? The -3 plus 1 times 2. Now there should be some interesting pattern that you notice that's happening right here. Do you see anything that stays the same? You guys see how these right here, those columns, look what happens. They totally stay the same, don't they? Now, watch, without even thinking, watch what I'm going to do, Garrett. That's not me, that was Garrett. All right? What am I going to put right here, Garrett? 3. What am I going to put right here? 0. What about here?
3. 2.
No, not 1. There we go. Now, what numbers am I going to place along the bottom row?
2, 3.
A 2 and a 3.
3.
A 2 and a 3. You guys see how you built this pattern now? That's how you multiply matrices together. All right, now that your matrix is built, all right, now all you have to do is evaluate each of these. All right, so we have -4 times 3, that's a -12, plus a 0. Here we've got 12 plus an 8. Here we have -6 and a 0. So I'm going to start building my final answer here. So right now I have a -12. Here I have a 20. 20. Here I have negative 6 plus 0, so that just stays a negative 6. Negative 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 times 2, that's 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 0 is 0, so we have a 6. And last but not least, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And 3 times 2 is a positive 6, so the last element is 0. So our final answer was a 3 by 2, and these are all the correct elements for number 15. Okay? Make sure you have a clear understanding of the pattern, and things will go a lot smoother.